wonder why trendy items like this look amazing on the hanger but not quite right on you? Well, it's likely because you're not buying or styling these garments according to your figure. If you have wider hips and a more narrow top half, then you're likely to be a pear body shape. So in today's video, we are going to uncover my top 7 styling tips to best dress this figure. And tip number 7 is the most important and the most commonly made mistake, so make sure to stick around to find out how you can build the wardrobe of your dreams. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you happen to be new. I'm Isabella, a certified image consultant and fashion enthusiast, and welcome here to my channel, Concept3, where I help you transform your wardrobe, your image, and your lifestyle. In today's video, we will be talking all about the pear body shape and the do's and the don'ts and everything in between. So this being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So the pear body shape typically refers to a figure where the hips are broader than the top half. It's characterized by a well-defined waist, wider hips, slimmer shoulders, and a more narrow top half. It's an overall curved figure resembling the shape of a pear. So if your body looks somewhat like this, whether you are on the skinny side, on the average side, or on the thicker side, you are likely a pear body shape. You are on the right video, and we can go ahead and get into tip number 1 on what not to wear if you have this body shape. So tip number 1 for the pear body shape is to be careful when you're styling narrow necklines. So being slimmer on the top half and having shoulders that aren't super broad, we really need to be careful when we have narrow necklines, and especially how we pair them with our bottoms. So as we can see in this picture here, we have Kylie Jenner, who is a pear body shape, whether it is natural or not, and this kind of cut, especially with the bottom half of her dress, does not work because you can see the top half has a very narrow fit. While on the other hand, the bottom part is very voluminous and it just creates a very unbalanced silhouette. So being a pear, super flattering necklines include a wide neckline, a V-neck, or even a scoop neck. So if we go to this picture here of Kylie vacationing probably somewhere in Italy that we all dream of, we can see that she is wearing this fitted dress with a square neckline. And this is a look that is a lot more flattering on her body type because it visually elongates her shoulders, draws attention to them as well, and overall just really helps balance out her overall pear silhouette. With this being said, if you adore ultra narrow necklines and still want to wear them, don't worry, you can rock it. I do it all the time. You just need to be mindful on how you style it. So essentially, when wearing a narrow neckline, you need to make sure that your top or dress is fitted at the waist and that the bottom half of the dress is on more of a tapered side and that it kind of hugs you at your hips and thighs. So styling tip number 2 is something that I see a lot of people doing, and I just don't think people think about it. And that is wearing skirts that are too voluminous and not keeping in mind what you're wearing on the top half. So this is a look that doesn't really work for the pear figure because it really emphasizes the lower body, which doesn't really need any calling attention to, and it just doesn't balance out our proportions very well. In fact, it actually accentuates the contrast in width between the top half and the bottom half. So either a bias skirt or an A-line skirt are going to offer a similar look with a little bit less volume, making it easier to style outfits, and you don't have to worry a lot about the volume of your top as well. Now, if you want to take a look at a skirt that does work, here we have the bias skirt paired with a fitted black long sleeve top, and this just provides a more even distribution of the volume, giving her a very elongating effect, and the high rise definitely defines the waistline, creating a more harmonious silhouette. So if you still want to wear this, a great way to do it is by pairing the voluminous skirt with a top that has a lot of interest. So this can either be through color, texture, volume, adding ruffles like you see here, what Keira Knightley is wearing, and then also by cinching in the waist, you're still showing off your curvy figure. So it is that time again. I want to ask you guys for a huge favor. So far, if you're enjoying this video, make sure to go ahead and click the like button so that it reaches other people and can help them with style tips as well, being a pear body shape. All right, that's all I wanted to say. We can go ahead and get back into the video. So this third tip is something that's going to be more relevant for all my corporate girlies, all my business ladies, all my CEOs, all my boss babes. And this is wearing blazers, double-breasted versus single-breasted. So the single-breasted jacket is not my favorite look for the pair because we don't have wide shoulders and it doesn't offer much structure or support, especially when we're going for an oversized look, as we can see here with Rihanna. So looking at these two images side by side, by wearing a double-breasted jacket, it's going to give you more structure and balance to your silhouette and balance out beautifully with your hips. So now looking at Rihanna, we all love her. This look is a lot more flattering on her because it is indeed double-breasted, so therefore it's going to draw more attention to her shoulders, emphasize her waistline, and create a structured look that just really helps to give an overall balance to her silhouette. So if you are such a fan of the single-breasted look, or you just have a lot of items that you don't want to get rid of, there are still a few ways where you can style it where it will be flattering for the pear body shape. The blazer has shoulder pads. It's made out of a stiffer fabric, which gives it more structure and a better fit for being a pear. So if you still want to wear the single-breasted blazer, just make sure it has some structure to it, some stiffness, and some nice shoulder pads going on so you don't lose your shoulders in all the glam. So tip number 4 is something that a lot of us, I know for a fact, have been guilty of in the past, and this is wearing boxy or oversized styles, especially when it comes to tops and dresses. So here we have America Ferrera at the Barbie movie premiere, or one of the events related to Barbie. We can see the pink in the background. And I want to love this look, but I really don't because it's definitely too boxy for America being a pear body shape. It creates a lot of disharmony with her having more of a curvy shape, and it just lacks definition. It creates a very lost waistline, and it's just an overall boxy look. So as a pear, I definitely recommend to take advantage of fitted tops, and also if you're not a fan of skin tight things, you can go for loose tops. Now, if we look at another picture of America here at another Barbie event, she's wearing this scoop neck white t-shirt paired with a high-waisted trouser with pinstripes and a belt, and this is working wonders for her. So by wearing a more fitted top, she's showing off her figure, and she's showing that everything is really adding softness to her frame, adhering to her curves, and visually balancing her
once again,
silhouette. If you are a fan of the boxy or ultra oversized looks, there are still a few ways to, manage to wear it without losing your figure too much being a pear. So if you want to wear an oversized look, make sure to try soft fabrics because these are going to better adhere and cling to your curves. In addition, make sure to cinch in your waist with a belt so it doesn't get lost amongst all the fabric. And also, in addition, you can use medium to large accessories to help balance the proportions and make sure that your oversized item isn't taking over all the attention in the outfit. Tip number 5 is something that I think all of us were guilty of back in the early 2000s. This is for all of my millennials and the millennials who are straddling Gen Z. And this is try to avoid at all costs low-rise bottoms. So the low-rise is not going to be the most comfortable being a pear body shape because it creates a very boxy and disharmonious look. In addition, if you are on the thicker side, it can create the appearance of love handles and just make everything poke out and look more prominent than it actually is, especially if the fit of jeans is very tight. Instead, I would opt for either a mid-rise or a high-rise depending on the style or also depending on your comfort level. The mid-rise is going to give you the most coverage and the most kind of slimming and soothing effect over the tummy, and it's going to really show off your curves and be extremely flattering for a Pear figure. So looking at this picture here, you can see this high-rise ankle skinny jean paired with a black t-shirt, a hat, and some black boots. And this works because it's going to enhance your waistline, smooth out the midsection, prevent muffin tops, and also elongate your legs. So this is a super versatile garment. High-rise is the way to go always, in my opinion. But for, the everyday person, really make sure to utilize a longer top, preferably with a bold print, fun colors like you see here. And then for your low-rise bottoms, make sure to find a soft and a more clingy fabric that is going to adhere to your hips and your curves and just give you a little bit more flexibility in the fabric. Oh my gosh, after all this talking, I'm just realizing that a lot of you guys who watch my video are not yet subscribed to my channel. I see you there, you're not sneaky. So I want to ask to make sure that you click that subscribe button along with the notification bell down below so that you get notified every time I post and you're here for all the important things that are going on. So being a Pear body shape, a lot of the time we're thinking about, different cuts and styles. But what about prints and patterns? Because these can also have a significant effect on the garments that we wear. So tip number 6 is to really watch out for prints and patterns and where they are placed, whether that is on your top half or the bottom half of your body. So this look doesn't work at all because you're not really sure where to look. Since the skirt is so exciting, all the attention goes to the hips, and the top is definitely too simple in my opinion. It doesn't really add much to the outfit. So overall, it's going to create a really bulky and unflattering look where the proportions are not balanced out well. So as a Pear, one of my favorite ways to rock bold prints and patterns is to wear them as a top. Here you can see you have a bold print in the first picture and you have horizontal stripes in the second picture, which balance out really well with the hips, and it's a really great way to style and not have to worry about whether or not it's flattering on you. So another way you can make sure prints and patterns are working, even in one single piece, is looking to see where lines are going and the visual effect it's having on your body. So this look works because the vertical stripes elongate her silhouette and don't add any visual width to her hips. The belt is defining the waist and it just creates an interesting but balanced silhouette. So if you're like me and you absolutely adore bold prints and patterns and colors on the bottom half, then there's definitely a way to rock patterns. You just have to pay attention to the top that you are pairing it with. So one way to make sure you are rocking your prints and patterns well is to make sure it's paired with a bright colored top or a top with embellishments like you can see here with this kind of hot pink look and the bordering around the chest area. So we have finally reached the last tip, and this has everything to do with the width of your straps. Whether you are wearing a dress or a tank top, it's something that a lot of people don't keep in mind, but it really makes a difference when you're styling your outfits. So being a Pear, if you wear thicker straps on your top, it can really throw off the proportions and balance in your outfit, especially if you're wearing a skirt or a pair of pants that has a lot of volume and a lot of good stuff going on in the design. So being a Pear, I would go for thinner straps or even medium straps rather than thick straps, because thick straps are really going to cover any sort of width you have to your shoulders, and it's just not the most ideal look. However, of course, you can style it depending on what you wear on the bottom half. So in this picture, we have a sort of thin strap halter top, and this look absolutely works because it emphasizes the shoulders more, adding a bit of visual length to the upper half of the body. And it just creates more of a visual balance of the silhouette here paired with this kind of white maxi skirt. So if you still love the whole thick strap look, like me, an example here, there are still different ways you can wear it to make sure you're not throwing off your proportions. So the main way to do this is style the thicker strap top with a bottom that doesn't have too much volume on the bottom half. So here you can see that the top is paired with this sort of maxi skirt. However, there are vertical stripes, which is really going to add some length and not add any unnecessary width to the hip area and therefore throw off the balance of the silhouette. So out of all these styles, which ones will you be incorporating into your wardrobe in the future? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. I'm curious. This being said, thank you so much for watching, and as always, stay safe, stay smart, and stay leveled up. I will see you in my next video. Bye.